answers to some questions, but deliberately not to all. Because our purpose this week is not to fill your left brain with information, but to jolt your right brain with inspiration. Let me start with a couple of questions for you. Do you know anyone who's never watched TV, never seen a movie, never read a book? Of course not. So let me ask you one more question. Do you know someone, maybe even in your own family, who's never played a video game? I bet you do. How can this be? If we want to consider ourselves a true mass medium, if we want to grow as an industry, this has to change. And today, change begins here with a new console, just as it already has with a new handheld. To let me explain, let me begin with what I'm guessing are a few of the main questions on your mind. First, the system. Why did you make it so different? And by the way, how much will it cost and when can I get it? Oh yeah, and what's the backstory about that name? And finally, what about the games and which developers are on board with us? As many of you know, Nintendo's way is to challenge conventional thinking, not just for the sake of doing things differently, but to do things better. The graveyard of any industry is filled with the headstones of companies who decided to keep doing things the same old way, playing only on the margin, making things just a little bit better. That strategy works for a while, but ultimately it's fatal. Over the years, our industry has come to accept progress simply by what's on the screen. I know many of you were in our audience back in 1996 when Super Mario 64 jumped to life in true 3D. And you said, man, that looks great. But that leap to a revolutionary form of gaming wasn't really about the looks. Even then, it was about the feel. Moving your character and your viewpoint independently in any direction, all in real time. And the memory of that moment was also the starting point for Wii. In the same way that Super Mario 64 changed everything, we asked, how do we make games that feel entirely new all over again? This week, every one of you will feel our answer. As for date and price, we believe it's in our best interest to keep the details private for just a while longer. But for now, let me just restate that we will give you more fun for less money, and you'll be playing Wii in the fourth quarter of 2006. Okay, next, the name. First, we want to thank everyone who wrote good things about it the day you heard it. Both of you. But seriously, the response didn't surprise us at all. At first, every distinctive name sounds strange. Did you love Lexus the first time you heard it? How about IKEA? How about Google? Change is good. We from Nintendo means just what it sounds like. We. It's the sound of inclusion, the sound of every gamer you know and every new gamer who's going to join us. It's a giant leap for gaming, for everyone around the world. It's the sound of the future. As for the last question, what about the third parties? Well, we'll be talking about them in detail in just a few minutes and showing you much more on the show floor tomorrow. For now, let me just say that on behalf of the names you love from Nintendo and our partners, we can't wait to show you what's on the way. I think you may have recognized that last game. It's called The Legend of Zelda. But this one is different. It is by far the best Zelda game we've ever made. And it's also the most beautiful game Nintendo has ever made. But just as importantly, it's breaking precedent. Because this is the first Zelda game that will be right there on launch day alongside a new Nintendo system. How good is that? I know you'll make that judgment for yourself, but there's no better time for a first look than right now. So please welcome Nate and Bill from Nintendo of America to host the world premiere of The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, playing on the new Wii.
Thank you, Reggie. Good morning, everyone. Are you ready? Nate and I are very happy and honored to be able to show all of you exactly how you're going to be playing Zelda this year on Wii. Very basic control is going to be very familiar to anyone who's ever played a Zelda game. Your movement is handled with the analog stick on the nunchuck. Link's arsenal of items is going to be mapped to the plus control pad on the Wii remote. And Zelda's patented targeting system will be handled using the Z button, also on the nunchuck in the left hand. But the Wii version of Twilight Princess takes advantage, of course, of the unique controller. It provides new, unique, and intuitive feel to the gameplay. And that's what makes it great. The first thing you'll notice on screen in the Wii version is the presence of a fairy. This fairy indicates where you'll be pointing with the Wii Remote's pointer. You'll use this on a very basic level to access all of your menu screens, select your items, It's very intuitive, it's very nice, it's very easy to use, and I think you're all going to like it. But, you know, menus aren't that exciting.